Hi, welcome to a brief overview of the Supply on the Fly accounting system application. In this video, I will be going over some of the key components of the accounting application. To start, on your computers, there will be a desktop icon as shown here. Upon opening the application, you will be granted with a splash screen and then a login menu where you will then enter your employee email and your employee password. If you have forgotten your password, you can click the forgotten password button. You can then proceed to fill in all of the required fields. Once you have filled in all the required fields, you can hit reset password. If you are a new user of the company, you may create an account, fill in the required fields, and then register your account. Once you have logged into the application, you'll be presented with a variety of different menu options that you can click on. The first one being the Record Transactions button, followed by the General Journal, General Ledger, Income Statement, Balance Sheet, and finally the Cash Flow Statement. First, we'll go ahead and start by exploring the Record Transaction portion of the accounting program. Upon clicking the Record Transaction button in the accounting application, you will be greeted with a variety of different columns, entry fields, drop downs, and buttons. To start off, at the very top underneath the logo, you will see a Select Account option with a drop down menu. In this drop down menu, you will see all of the accounting options. Underneath that, you will see a entry field for a debit and a credit. To the left of that, you'll see a transaction ID, a transaction date, and then a description for the transaction. Below that, you will see a refresh button, and to the right of that, a clear and save button. Underneath, you will see a variety of different columns, an update record button, and a delete button. Some things to note about the Record Transaction section of the accounting program are that when recording a financial transaction, the accountant must first pick the right account from the account list. Once the account has been picked, they then go to the description and they explain what the money is for. Once the account has been described, the accountant will then go and enter in a debit or credit. A debit or credit ultimately depends on the type of account that is being used, as well as what is being entered. Once the debit or credit has been entered, you can then hit save to create an entry into the journal. The entry has been saved. To remove an entry from the Record Transaction portion of the accounting application, first you'll want to find the transaction that you wish to remove. Once you have found the transaction that you wish to remove, you can then click the transaction, which will then fill in the fields above the columns. You can then hit delete. You can then go ahead and refresh your records. the entry has been deleted. Next, we'll be discussing the general journal. To get to the general journal, all you have to do is hit the yellow main menu button in the bottom right hand corner. So we'll bring you back to the menu. You can then go ahead and click on the general journal button, and the general journal will pop up. A little information about a general journal. A general journal is a master record of all financial transactions that the company has had over a year. A general journal can be fairly large, so there's a search utility here at the top left hand corner. The other option is to search by a date for a transaction, or to manually search through the transactions by using the scroll. The Show All button will display all the records, with the latest being the last entry in the list. And the Clear button will reset all of the fields, such as the search bar. To find an entry in the general journal, you'll first want to know the name of your item. We'll then hit the search button, and you are presented with all of the important information regarding the entry. If you did not know the description name of the item you were looking for, essentially you could enter in the date if you knew that as well. To return to the list, you can simply hit clear, and it will clear the search field. The next piece of the accounting application that we will be looking at is the general ledger. To access the general ledger, we will hit the yellow main menu button, which will bring us back to the main menu. We can then click on the general ledger button in the top right corner. A couple things to know about the general ledger. It is a specialized account for the general journal that shows financial activity of a specific account. In order to produce this ledger, you must first select an account. You will then want to specify the date. Then you will want to click on Get Ledger. The ledger can produce 37 individual accounts that are stored in the accounting system, as seen here. Each one of these accounts has their own general ledger, as well as general journal. For example, we will do the building account. And these are the entries for the building account. And below, you can see a summary of the company, a beginning balance, a running balance, and a current balance. The next part of the accounting program that we'll be taking a look at is the balance sheet. To return to the main menu, you'll want to click the yellow circle in the bottom right hand corner. Click the balance sheet button, and you are greeted with the balance sheet. This sheet will show us what the company is worth in a given time, usually a fiscal year. To load the current statement, you want to click the current statement button in the left hand corner. This will show you the current balance sheet for the current date, this one being December 3rd, 2017. If you would like to view the beginning statement, you'll click the beginning statement button, and this will show you the balance sheet for December 31st of 2016, the start of the new fiscal year. The last two parts of the application system that we'll be taking a look at are the income statement and the statement of cash flow. To get to these options, we'll want to, again, click the yellow menu button, click the income statement button, which will provide us with the income statement. One thing that the income statement and the balance sheet have in common is actually how they are created. So, to receive the current statement similar to the balance sheet, you'll hit the current statement button. Again, this provides you with the current date as well as the current monetary values that the company holds. The beginning statement will bring you back to the end of December 31st, 2016, and show you the monetary values for that day. The final part of the accounting application is the cash flow statement. To get back to the main menu, you will hit the yellow circle in the bottom right hand corner. Click the cash flow statement button, and you are given the cash flow statement. Similar to the balance sheet and the income statement, you have a current statement button and a beginning statement button in the bottom left hand corner. Some additional information about the accounting application. To close out the application, you can either click log out in the bottom right hand corner, or you can exit the application completely. If any problems occur during your time using the accounting application, feel free to fill out a detailed report and email it to support@supplyonthefly.business. Thank you for watching this hands-on training video. We hope that you understand how to use the accounting application.